Hi, it's Wendy. I'm back today with Tracy Fox's Daily December Advent Christmas Clusters, and Tracy has very kindly given some freebies. Now, I've made some with set 1. As today is the 29th of December, I'm using set 4 when I show you actually my making process, but I just wanted to show you the ones I played about with before I take them to the sewing machine and stitch them. I've made some ones that could be used for a pocket, just using Amazon packaging. These could just be used as a little corner pocket or decoration. Got 2 like that, and then I've done a cluster roll or a snippet roll. Could be used as a belly band or cut up as pockets. But I wanted to show it to you before I took it to the sewing machine and stitch, because I do think that makes all the difference. And then later in the video I will come back with this gorgeous set 4. I have cut some of them up, but I'll show you what is left. These are in Tracy's on the website, I think, and in her Ko-fi shop. Let me just, that's 1. Oh no, yeah, set 4. It's written down on the bottom here. And then there's these that are left from what I have actually cut up from set 1. So the beautiful little pieces you can use for collaging or snippets, clusters. So this is the December Daily Advent Christmas Clusters 2025, and I'm on day 29. So I'm going to just stop the camera, go to the sewing machine and stitch these, and then I'll show you the process. Okay, I've tidied up a little bit, and now I'm on to making the clusters with you. And very easy, very satisfying process that I use. I have these tubs. I used to get candles in from Fox and Wolf, not candles, wax melts, and I just put all my scraps in, bits of lace, bits of ribbon. So I have 3 of these tubs. These are not jam-packed like they usually are, but I just leave them at the side of me. And here's the 3rd one. That's got very small bits in as well. And it's literally just throwing things together, to be honest. Now, what I'm doing is, this is Amazon packaging, and I'm just going to glue this together for a base. Very haphazard, no uniformity to it at all. Just glue that down. Now I keep my glue ready. I keep my 3-in-1 for fabric, and then I glue a sort of base down, either material, bits of papers, things like that. But what I'm using today is bits of serviette. You know, when you pull the top decorative piece apart and you end up with 1 or 2 pieces of like tissue paper. So I'm going to use that as my base and then glue things on top of that. So I'm just putting a rough glue down and then crinkle this up. I use this in 2 ways. This is one way. Just wrinkle it up, a bit more glue on the corner there. I'm not too bothered about getting glue perfect, because I will be going over with the sewing machine. So that's a base, sort of. And I'll probably be using this as a pocket, so I'm going to have it that way up. Then the fold in the brown paper is at the top. And then I've got the lovely bits from Tracy's freebie. So I'll just decide on a sort of rough sort of layout. So I could use 2 of those. Oh, there's a bit of music paper there. I want a bit more tissue paper up there, I think, just so that it shows over the top. So I need to ink the edges of these as well as I go along. I normally try to ink as I'm cutting out, but I didn't have my ink pad at the side of me last night when I was doing these. Sorry, my phone rang just then. A couple of these pieces. Then there's lovely, all sorts of bits. It's just a matter of deciding what to go where, which ones to use. Nice poinsettia there. A nice image. Some of these images are very old, sort of antique ones, and some are a little bit more modern. I don't want to put too much, but I will be embellishing with bits of lace as well. So that, I think, looks quite nice. There is an actual 25 there, so I could use that as well, like so. But in the meantime, I'm going to use a little bit of lace and trims. So I'm just going to cut a piece of that. Now I'm going to use my 3-in-1 because I'm using fabric. Just put a few blobs on. And stick that on first before I start gluing down the paper. Like I say, it is going to be all... I'm just going to put glue sort of in the middle, then if I want to tuck anything down behind, I can do that. Just have to keep checking my camera because the last few times I've filmed and then I've added all the pieces I've filmed together, one of them ends up very close and I end up missing part of it. Like so. Then that one I think can just go under the tag. The other thing I throw in these tubs as well is any bits of cotton or twine. You know, when you're trimming the ends when you've been sewing on the machine, I don't throw any of those away. I put them all on in the tub. Now I'm thinking, what bits of trim and lace can I use to see, all little bits like that, bits of cheesecloth. So I'm just literally going to put dobs of glue on. Come on, glue, decide to come out please. Then put a little bit of this cheesecloth on. Great way of using all your scraps up this. Let's put a piece up here. And we'll have a piece in this corner. What else have we got? Bit of lace here. Let's have some, I'll do some across the bottom here. Like that. See all these bits of cotton? They can all be used as well, just throw them on. Makes it all the more shabbier. Now what do you think of that? Bit of cheesecloth just here, maybe? There's a little piece just as it is there. Now I'm going to take that to the sewing machine and stitch round it, and I shall be back. Okay, there we are. Now then, what do you think? Please tell me in the comments. Does it need any more? Does it need any less? Sometimes I do like to add some buttons. I'm just seeing if I've got any tied ones. I do sometimes sit at night and tie twine through buttons. Just then I've got them ready. just seeing if I've got another brown one. Yeah, I'm just going to put a couple of buttons on there just to finish it off. There we go. Blob of glue on. Put one in the corner, and let's put one here. So let's just have a little tidy up there. So leave all them hanging at the moment, and I'm going to do another small one. So I've got my wrapping paper, Amazon paper here. I'm just going to make it a bit narrower, double it over just for a bit of strength on the base. And because this isn't terribly big, I'm not going to use tissue paper as the base. I'm just going to ink the edge just in case any of those show. I absolutely love doing this type of thing, snippets and clusters. Like I say, an absolutely fab way of using offcuts, bits of lace, bits of material, bits of cotton. That's another nice image as well. And let's get another base piece. Now I'm going to do it like that, and then I'm going to fill in these corners, and I'll show you what I use the tissue paper for as well instead of a base. So I'm just gluing that one on, that one, this in the middle. See any bits of cotton? Just now, is that meant to go that way or that way? That way, I think, like a tag. Now I'm just going to choose two little bits for that one. Would look nice there. Let's do that, and then put this one at the top. Like so. Then I'm going to put a bit of tissue paper on. That's just got two pieces together there. See, like these two corners, I'm just going to cover up, and I'm just going to rip the edges because I don't want straight edges. Then I'm just going to ruffle all that up like so, and put a bit down here like that. Then once you stitch over that, it'll be fine. Bit of cheesecloth on there as well, like so, and the same on this corner. Just put it under there. See all these little tiny bits? Just stick them down. It's like doing a bit of collage. Just use all them scraps up. Like I say, once the sewing machine goes over it, it doesn't matter. It'll all be filled in. Is that a bit bright over the top? Just on the bottom corner. Why not? It's my snippet. I can use whatever I want on it. Oh no, I'll tell you what I'm going to use. I've got a bit of lace in here. Let's use a piece of this one. It blends in more with the colour, I think. Let's just... That's a bit big. I'm just going to use a tiny piece of it just on the corner. Just put a blob of glue down like that, and I'll put another little piece in this top corner as well. I think I'll I'll carry on making these this afternoon after I've finished the video and get some of these pots emptied of scraps. So I'll just quickly go to the sewing machine and stitch round there, just seeing if I need any more. I'm going to put that one there up on the top. Put a bit of glue on, like so. Right, I'll be back in a minute. Right, there we go. That's another one completed. So let's just push all this off to the side. And you can see the two that I've made. And quite easy. What do you think? Okay, thanks for joining me today, and I'd hope that you pop over to all the other December Daily Advent Christmas clusters, and I shall see you next time, and have a happy new year as well. Bye.